Haven't authorized nor order me a lift. I'm just trying to be in your presence since you blessed me with this gift. All of my friends dead and gone. No time to right their wrongs. Heaven must have.
Good morning. Welcome to the 414 Morning Podcast. I am Armando.
I'm Daryl.
So, first, I have to apologize to the Pacers. Guess I should have slowed my pace down.
Man.
But to be fair, we made that prediction without knowing that Holly was going to play.
Right.
So, we made that prediction with with an Indiana team without Halliburton.
Mm-hmm.
So, to be fair.
Yeah, because, everywhere was reporting that he was out Game 6.
Yeah.
The way that boy was playing yesterday, I feel like they tricked them, earlier in the week. We're going to let y'all have this, pretend that, he's injured. Because dude doing, no-look spin passes and whatnot, that was, whew.
They pulled a Bill Belichick on him. You know what? We're going to keep him off the injury report until the game.
Yeah.
But that just shows you that he's the spark.
Mm-hmm.
They needed him to play. They needed that energy. Because you see, he didn't play big minutes, but he did enough. But then we also saw that Oklahoma wasn't allowed to be that two-headed monster.
Yeah.
So, you make Shea play into a crowd, which I've been saying this whole time, and let him try to go for his.
Yeah.
And the thing is containing and stopping Jalen Williams. Because if he don't get his numbers, then the game will look exactly how it went.
Yeah, because the two of them combined, they scored, a little under 40, I think? Yeah, because I think Shea had 21, right?
Yeah.
And Daniels had 17, I want to say.
Yeah, and then sometimes it ain't a matter of how you lose. Sometimes it's when you lose.
Yeah.
So this is game 6.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have a whole bunch of days to prepare for this.
Right.
It's not like it's game 2, game 3, where you say, you know what, we have bounced back.
Yeah.
This is game 6, and not only did you lose, you get your ass handed to you.
Yeah. But also, I like this series overall because the Thunder, for the most part, they've had a pretty, smooth route to get here.
Yeah. They
have not been pushed to this point,
let
alone, at least on 2 occasions, appearing to, be on the brink of, an entire collapse.
Yeah, so far, I'm going to say, in the playoffs, Oklahoma 5-0 after losing a game. So they haven't lost back-to-back games. And I think I said this before. The team to win 2 in a row.
Yeah.
2 in a row. So if Indiana finally get their chance to win 2 in a row, obviously series over.
Yeah.
But the thing about Oklahoma is they're a resilient team. So throughout the season, they haven't had that many back-to-back losses. So they're 18-2 after a loss. That's including the regular season and the playoffs.
Yeah.
Jalen Williams, you see last game he had 40. This game he was a minus 40 on the court.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just to tell of the tape. Two different teams, different night.
Yeah.
I don't know. Only player that has the experience, really, if you look at a Game 7 playoff, is Siakam.
Yeah.
So you can't even really say experience is going to be a factor because both teams haven't been there.
Yeah.
So Game 7 is going to be, to me, an interesting game.
I agree. It's going to be interesting because this is Halliburton's team, but with Siakam's experience, is he going to be the one that puts them over the edge?
Yeah.
Is he going to get this done for Indiana?
Yeah.
Because that man was, and I've been seeing the memes and stuff already, that man was playing like a man possessed.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. Yeah. And then just the unspoken hero, TJ. TJ's been balling.
Yeah. Interesting stat. He now has the most points and assists in a finals ever by someone coming off the bench.
Makes sense. Yeah, he's definitely been balling. So,
great game yesterday.
Yeah, Game 7 can be dangerous because if Shea go out there trying to go for broke and try to, put the team on his back by himself, they're going to be down early.
Yeah.
So I feel like Shea just had to get to the spots. Jalen Williams has to be able to play his game and try to get to the basket and attack. Indiana, if they keep throwing those double teams at Shea, and the thing about the double team, with the adjustment that they made, at first they was trying to double him high. So if you already know, so if you double high, which they have a good rolling big and a good shooting big, and then plus they have Jalen Williams. So if you double team Shea high, you have a shooter in the corner, and then you also have Jalen Williams in a roller position where in the middle of the court where he can play make or he can make a basket. So you can't keep doubling him high. So which Indiana made the adjustment where, you know what, we're going to double him at the low point of his dribble. So versus picking him up high, we're going to wait till he gets into that mid-post area, the nail position, which is the elbow by the free throw line, or are we going to get him when he in that mid post when he had his low dribble and we're just going to double team him hard and we're going to just come we're going to just come from different sides of the court so he don't know where we coming from. So you notice different people were double teaming him and attacking his dribble when he was trying to post up, which made him have a career high, tie his career high 8 turnovers. So that was brilliant, that cat and mouse game. So it's interesting to see now the new adjustments that Indiana is going to make, and then now the adjustments that Oklahoma is going to make. Because so far, I see Indiana keep making adjustments. And I just see Oklahoma just playing basketball. I haven't seen them really make any adjustments yet. They relying on just Shea and Jalen Williams. I haven't seen them yet change up coverages. So
it's almost for them. It's like if it's not broke, don't fix it. But every game Indiana has like thrown different like schemes. Every game, whether it works or not, they're trying different stuff, and I think that's also what has kind of kept them alive in this series. The way they'll try one thing, all right, that's not working. Next game is completely different, and you always see them kind of like bounce back after that. Like, all right, so we tried this, that didn't work. But it's like they're studying like the tape, obviously, and they're seeing, okay, but what we did do right in this game, we're going to stick with that the next game, and then we're just going to like work around everywhere else.
To me, I want to see if Indiana is going to make Jalen Williams into a jump shooter. Because all his baskets has been just attacking. Even Shea, not saying that Shea can't shoot the three-pointer, but I will almost just stop him from getting to that mid-post area where he's comfortable. Almost play like at some points boxing one, and just to slow down the tempo. Or throwing some zones and stuff. But so far, what Indiana has been doing has been working. And with Game 7, it's gonna come down. I mean, because the players haven't been there, so it's gonna come down to coaching experience and Rick. I trust him more. And Indiana, like I said, I apologize for counting you out. So they convinced me that I might as well stick with my choice. I got Indiana by 3 to 4 points. Comes Sunday.
It's a coin flip for me right now because I expected this series to be over in 6. Yesterday's game was really surprising. But it's like when Indiana beats OKC, they beat them. So, but also I'm still looking for like that star-making game from like either side. Like Shea, he's had 30 plus. He's had his 40 points, but it just seems something's missing.
It's not a dominant. Like when Jalen Williams had his 40, that was dominant. That was dominant. And then, like you said, sometimes it ain't even about the point total. Because when TJ McConnell, when he had the 18 points, it's damn near seemed like he had 50.
Yeah, or look at Siakam yesterday. Like, it was... You would have thought that he dropped 50 the way that like he was playing, and he was nowhere near that. Yeah. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a star-making like performance. Because not to sound like a homer, but when Milwaukee won the championship, those 2 final games, Giannis, that like basically at that point it's like this is Giannis's league. Mm-hmm. You know, the 50 piece to like end the series. Mm-hmm. You know, like just everything. Like he had highlights. He had moments that you're gonna look back and be like that. Like he was the man. Yep. There was no question who the Finals MVP was. I didn't even get that from anyone in the series last year.
Yeah, because Shea just get his numbers.
Yeah.
And unless you're looking at the score sheet, you don't realize how much he has.
Yeah.
Because it's not dominant.
Yeah.
Like, you know he got the numbers, but it's just not. It's not a dominant.
Yeah.
So I think that's what's it. But the interesting take still on Holly is I see why people question: is he a superstar, or is he overrated? Is he underrated? And I remember we mentioned before, he gives you what you need, exactly what you need at that moment.
Yeah.
Because you see, like, it's just he's not consistent. Mm-hmm. Because 4 points, then he give you 16, 17, then he give you 2. And then it's just not because of the calf injury. Because if you go back and look at the rest of the playoffs, it's been the same, up and down, up and down. If you look at the season, it's been the same, up and down, up and down. So that's I was watching yesterday, I'm like, but if you would have had half of this in Game 5,
this series will be over.
Because they would have closed out the game. Mm-hmm. Like, if they would have had this in Game 4 to close out that game.
Yeah.
So, to me, for the second and third game, I want to say Oklahoma has looked like the better team.
Yeah.
But throughout this entire finals, Indiana has looked like the better team.
Yeah.
So I'm still gonna stick with Indiana because I bet against them yesterday and they proved me wrong.
Yeah, I felt like I counted Indiana out, but right now I just really don't know. But like gun to my head, I'm going Indiana. I'm going Indiana, and I'm going. Someone's going to have a big night, and I think that's going to be Pascal Siakam. I think he's gonna win Finals MVP. I think.
If they win, he got Finals MVP. Yeah.
So I think he's gonna have a big night. I really do.
Yeah. I see Shadem struggling. I don't know if they have more.
Yeah.
I mean, unless they make some adjustments, I don't see it happening.
And Indiana's comfortable with winning on the road, so.
And for one game. All marbles on the table, all cards on deck. Coaching, I trust Rick, his coaching, to get it done. So thank you for tuning in to our previews and our recap. Let us know what you think in the comments. I am Armando.
I'm Daryl.
Thank you for tuning in.
If heaven offer rides, Lord, order me a lift. I'm just trying to be in your presence since you blessed me with this gift. All of my friends dead and gone. No time to right their wrongs. Heaven must have